All right, guys, good morning. Today we're looking at AUVI. It's looking pretty good, holding above that 200 EMA and VWAP line so far. We have some pretty clear support underneath, so hopefully that holds. We've got BJDX also looking all right, kind of waving back and forth between that 200 EMA and VWAP line, but this still looks fairly bullish, so this is probably going to be playable. We've got Jan popping up again as well. This went from about 380 this morning all the way up to about 490. Looking pretty good, hanging out between that VWAP and 200 EMA. APVO, price action's a little spotty at times, volume's a little low at times, so it might not be playable, but we'll see what happens when the market opens with that one. Same kind of story with Wejo here. We're not seeing too much in terms of bullish price action in the near future here or the recent past, so not too sure about that one. And same with XPON. I'm sure we'll come up with some more later, but I'm sure one of these are probably going to run out of APVO, Wejo, and XPON. I think Jan could be a possibility today. We've got BJDX opening up pretty green right now, and AUVI looking all right as well. We're gonna see if AUVI holds on that on that VWAP line. We've got BJDX looking pretty positive here, so I think we're gonna go ahead and take a trade on BJDX right away here. Probably trying for about 165 entry. We're gonna go for a 180 PT and then a 160 stop. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's go 160 stop. So hopefully you jumped in on that. You may not have exactly gotten to 180, but we did happen to make a little bit of money off that. If you didn't jump in, it looks like it is coming down at least fairly close to entry. So you may get a BGADX entry anyway. I think it's still bullish, so I don't see a huge issue with that. We'll see how high this can take us. We did hit that top end at 175 with strong rejection. We're down to 162 here. I'm going to buy in there. We're going to see where this takes us. With 162, we're going to put that stop down a little bit, probably down to 158. I don't want to go much lower than 158. If it starts to become any more bearish than that, I definitely want to be out. So that's what we're going to be aiming for. And as you can see, I actually got the proper scanner to load up on the stream today, so that's a bonus. We're looking good. We're at 172. We're hitting resistance there. Seeing as how I got in so late, I'm going to start to scale out here. Scaling out a bit of BJDX at 172-ish. Okay. Not terrible. We got away with just under 10 cents there. AUVI still looking okay. Those bands are coming in pretty tight right now. We are holding on that VWAP line, so that's good news. Let's see here. Jan is going, yeah, you're right. We did break that VWAP, looking pretty bullish. We could try this. I think we're a little high up, but I do think that it's worth a shot here. So we're going to go 455 to 4. Let's go for a $5 PT and then a 440 stop out. So we give it a little bit of room. Not too much, but hopefully enough. If it starts to break down from that VWAP, I think we'll probably just look for an exit. But just on the off chance that it continues its run, we want to make sure that we're in it. It's worth the chance of a small loss here. BJDX all the way down to 160 now. So you could look for another entry here if you want. I would say it's pretty bearish as of right this second. So if you didn't walk away with profits, it might be time to cut your losses if you don't want to take the full stop. Jan looking good. AUVI took a nasty drop here, so it's a good thing we didn't take a play on that just yet. AUV or Jan here is looking pretty good, moving up. BJDX might come back here. That bottom band's opening up pretty wide, so that could be an issue. APVO heading down, Wejo heading down, and XPON not really moving. Right now on the scanner, it looks like basically just AUVI and BJDX are the runners. So we're going to keep an eye on these two. Nice green candle on BJDX. I might be looking for a re-entry based on that. So I'm going to go BJDX. Go for a 160 entry. We're going to go for a 175 PT, and then a 155 stop loss. So there's our 160 entry. We are in fact still in a runner on this, so if you're wondering about that, yes, we still have a runner in it, and we're just adding another trade with a stop loss at 155. Looks like it's paying off already. 164, 165, 166 there. RDBX, I actually had that pulled up earlier, and I took it down for some reason. RDBX is looking pretty good, yeah. The pre-market was kind of crappy, that's why. But yeah, so far so good. Nice run up from 950 all the way up to 1030. Again, when we hit that $11, that's going to be some major resistance. So that's what we need to watch out for with RDBX. We could start taking profits around 170 on BJDX again. Jan, we did hit a high there, 477, back down below VWAP now. So if you didn't take some profits, we'll have to see how these next couple candles pan out. But we're looking at a pullback here. We've got 3 red candles. If you didn't take profit on Jan, I would be worried about a pullback now. All right, BJDX back up here. We're at 167. Looking good. AUVI continues its drop. We've got CTV popping up. We'll get rid of XPON. CTV is looking pretty good. Nice green candles there, 238 all the way up to 262. Pretty bullish, very high up. We'll keep an eye on this one for sure. SPRC is also popping up. Also looking good. Lots of range here from 319 to 364. We'll have to keep an eye on that. BVO still headed down. Jan with a nice green candle brings it back up to 460. BJDX hitting that 170 mark. This is where we want to start taking profits. Taking profits again on BJDX 174-ish. Well, maybe not quite 174. Wherever it got to, 173, 174. That's basically where we want to start taking the profits on that. We might get more out of it, but we have a couple runners here, so we'll see if we can break out with those. Maybe we'll get a little bit extra out of it. AUVI continues to drop. We're seeing a bullish candle here, a bearish right there, so I think we're still headed down on that. Jan heads back down, does stop out, so if you didn't take profits and you didn't cut when you were positive, it looks like you're stopping out on that now. It is headed down. We'll be looking for a 200 EMA bounce or something of the sort. We're up to 176, 177 on BJDX. We can start to scale out positions again more here. Scaling out our runners on BJDX around here. Hit as high as 179 there on both of those. Looking good. Averaged out about 175 on it so far. We have a little bit left in each of those trades, nothing major here, so we'll see if we can get it. I want more than 180. I'd probably want like 190 before I start to scale out more, but we'll have to see about that. SPRC, red candle, CTV not really moving, RDBX still sitting up pretty high, BJDX up pretty high, AUVI starting to curl up nicely. I like the way this is looking, so we're going to go in with AUVI here around 250. We're going to aim for 270 with a 245 stop loss. I don't want to give it too much room. We have a chance of stopping out on this, but it's looking pretty good, so we'll give it room for what it is. BJDX still going here, 183. Again, 190 will look to scale out the last of our position if we hit that. Jan continues its fall. Looking maybe it'll hold on that 438 support. APVO looks like it could be getting ready to go as well. Not too fond of this price range. You know, the range on these candles isn't great either, so Well, maybe we'll take a play on it, but I think there's better things happening here. All right, Jan's still falling. AUVI starting to really go here. We're at 264, 266, 269. We're starting to scale out here. So stuffed up today. My allergies are so bad from all the pollen floating around. Even with like filters on the screens and filters in the air filtration system in the house, still gets everywhere. Oh, Siga's moving. APVO, yeah. APVO's nice green candle. We could take a look at Siga. Siga just on a nice run today so far. RDBX is bouncing off VWAP. Yeah, it looked like so. I think it's still up pretty high. These bands are really, really wide, so we could see a nasty drop on that, which is something I am a little afraid of. AUVI is still looking pretty good, but I do think we topped down. It's probably going to come back down. We did make away with some pretty darn good profits on AUVI. BJDX starting to come back down here as well. Jan maybe bouncing off that bottom support, so we're going to be looking for an entry on Jan as well here. We're going to go for that 437 entry ish. We'll say ish because we don't need a hard number here. We're going to go for probably about 460 off that with a 4. You know what? We don't need more than 430. We could definitely give this more than that, but we really don't need to. If it drops anywhere close to that, I think we're going to be good to cut. So let's just keep a extra tight stop there just in case we do end up being wrong. And that leaves you a little bit of room. If you need to get in higher, you can. BJDX still holding up that high. We have AUVI here trying to make a push, maybe make a new high again. 269 touch again. 271 we broke through. That is officially price target on AUVI. 274, we're aiming for that 275 resistance. We are seeing that there's a lot of resistance there. Lots of sellers coming in. So we're going to take some more profits at 275 here. $275. Cool, we got a couple more cents out of it. I'm happy with that. Nice, nice. 280. 290, here we go. Scaling out. We have a little bit left in AUVI, nothing major, but we'll see how high this can go. That was another massive trade. That's two massive trades today. We took AUVI from 252 to 290, and then we took BJDX from, what was BJDX? 160 all the way up to like 180, something like that. Yeah, so 20 cents on a stock like that, pretty good. And, AUVI, that's pretty nuts. Couple really good trades there. AUVI still looks like it's going. If it's $3, I'll probably scale out the rest, but I'm okay with holding this for now. Imp as well, that means Indo's running. Yeah, Imp's not looking bad. What's the range like? 76 cents to 84 cents, so it's not terrible. Definitely playable. Jan's still looking okay. BJDX, nice green candle, huge. AUVI still sitting up really high. Could make that push for 3. We'll have to see. Big red candle on BJDX. This could be a little bit of the demise for it, so we'll have to see if that keeps dropping. We have APVO dropping as well, SPRC not moving, CTV not doing anything, RDBX not doing much. Neither is Siga, and Imp is kind of all over the place. We might take a play off this 200 EMA. I think it's still a little risky even at that, but we'll see. AUVI making that push. Jen with, yeah, nice green candle there, bringing us up to 455. What's our price target? 460. We could start to scale out. Not a huge winner, but starting to scale out of Jan. Not a huge winner, but it's, you know what? We'll take what we can get. BJDX, massive red candle here. Looking good at the probably 160 area again for entry. So I'm going to alert another entry on BJDX here. We're going to go 160 to 180. I don't want to set that high of standards. Let's go 160 to 170 with a 155 stop again. Might not quite get 160 as an entry, but we're aiming to about 160. 455 on Jan here again, so we're looking to take profits if you haven't already, and if you have, I would be looking to hold the rest until we hit probably 465. Big red candle on BJDX brings it down as low as 164. We're back up to about 170 now. AUVI made that push just above $3, so hopefully you scaled out the rest there on AUVI. Massive. That was a massive move. I can't believe we caught pretty much that entire move. That's insane. BJDX looking okay here. I still think it could have a little bit of room to move down. Jan hitting that 465 area that we were talking about, which is past PT, first of all. I believe. Can't remember what our PT was on it. Yeah, 460. And we're also supposed to be scaling out more around here, so... Oh crap, I just messed up the trade tracker. Never mind, fixed it. But yeah, 465 on Jan, so that ended up being actually a pretty decent trade. Better than I thought it was going to be. We still have a little bit left in there in case it does run further, but we'll give it a moment here. AUVI is looking to come down here. I'd be interested in taking another play on this at VWAP line. We'll have to see. So far, BJDX is going pretty well. So wherever you got in on BJDX, make sure you give it 5 cents of room. I would say just putting the stop loss anywhere below these bodies is probably good. So as long as your stop loss is probably below about 165, you're probably good. Hopefully your entry is below 165, but you know, sometimes that doesn't happen. We're at 475 on Jan here. Just hitting that resistance line at 480. So make sure you're scaling out a little bit more there. Scaling out more Jan at 480, not 180. We see a massive red candle, and this is an opportunity to jump back in on Jan, so we're going to do that at 445 to 475 with a 435 stop, I think. We don't need a huge stop loss again. So we're going to go with 435. Get rid of that one. All right. So we should be safe there. That's looking half decent. Nice recovery so far. BJDX still sitting on that 170 mark. Starting to make me a little concerned we're not moving up on this. AUVI might just bounce off this 9 EMA and go. At this price range, we'd be looking at about a 10-cent stop out. It's getting kind of tight in this area. We are seeing a little bit of a drop on BJDX. Jan did dip a little bit more. He maybe got a 444 entry. Well, to see if this continues going up. It's a bullish candle so far, so it's not looking terrible. SPRC is not doing anything. We'll close that down. CTV hasn't really moved at all either. APVO making small moves, RDBX making small moves. SIGA, not really. I don't know. It's okay. It's, again, really tight range. We're going from, the bottom of this VWAP at 1120 to the top at 44 or 1148. So, yeah, it's too tight. I don't think that's playable. Not worth it anyway. We have Imp here sitting at that 200 EMA. The range is okay. I don't know. It's not even okay. It's like 3 or 4 cents for this whole thing. So I don't think that's really playable either. We've got a couple other things popping up on the scanner that we can take a look at. Let's see. Base is doing okay. The range is all right, I guess. But again, that price point, not really what we're looking for. QTT. That one's looking pretty good. Nice price range, 144 to 178. We could wait for a pullback on QTT, see if there's still volume, and maybe that'll be a play. Jan's still sitting around that 450. We're starting to see some movement out of BJDX as it starts to move up here, 175. You know what? I think I'm good to take some profits at 175 on BJDX. I think we have room to keep going up, but looks like that was a proper time to take some profits. We're getting another entry here at 165. I don't want to take this one. I feel like we could go for a little bit more of a drop, so I'm going to wait it out. AUVI up to 314, 315 here, going nuts. We could look for a re-entry on AUVI. This could just be a stock that runs all day, so we could be looking at getting in on that 9 EMA. We'll have to wait. I don't want to put out an alert because this could still run up quite a bit and the numbers could be way off, so we'll just give it a minute. BJDX looking like it wants to come back, so I think I'm good to take another BJDX trade here. I'm looking around that 165-ish entry area again. We're going to go for a 160 stop, and then we're going to go for a 175 target. 160 stop. Entry on this one was a little bit high. I should have been a little more patient. Probably could have gotten better than 165 too. You could have probably gotten 164, 163, something like that. Jan turned around really hard after hitting that 480 mark. We're going to see if this holds and starts to move back up. I still have faith in it. I think it can. AUVI at 423, 325. So we're going to just jump in on AUVI here. We're going to go for probably a 315 entry if we can get it. We're going to be aiming for about 345 and then just a 305 stop out. So if we can get 315, great. If not, just move your stop up a little bit, but it's a risky trade all the way around. So, I mean, regardless of where we get in, unless we get in on a massive drop here, hang on, we might see it here. Okay, we got a little bit better than anticipated. Not anything major, of course, just a couple cents better, but I'm not going to bother moving that stop loss down either. It would take too much room for me to make this a safe stop. BJDX on its way back up. Jen still struggling. I'm starting to lose a little bit of faith here. We did see a little bit of a move up to 454 on Jen. Yeah, nothing fantastic. APVO still bouncing around. RDBX not really moving. QT did have a little bit of a pullback, not enough for me to want to jump in. RDBX or BJDX is looking like it might start to move up here. We just need a little bit more volume to kick up. Looking to take some small profits on Gen here, wherever or whenever that happens. Nothing major. It's looking kind of weak right now, so we'll have to see. BJDX still kind of strong. Bottom band is moving up, so that's a good sign. We could see this start to consolidate and move back up. AUVI with a little bit of a nasty drop. We did hit up to 327. That's not a bad place to take profit considering our entry. Anything above 10 cents is good. Profit on AUVI. Anything above 10 cents. Entry. All right, BJDX starting to make its move. Gen all over the place. APVO not really doing much. Again, RDBX not doing much. QTT's back up. ZJN is popping up, so we can take a look at that. Or ZGN. It's really hard to say. Also, not really something we want to be playing. GTX maybe. Nope, same story. BJDX doing well here. Kind of struggling on AUVI. If you didn't take profits when we hit around that 326, 327 mark, it's looking a little iffy, but at least we're above that 9 EMA. But that MACD is starting to curl down. We are seeing volume slowly bleed out here, so that could be an issue. We'll just have to wait it out. BJDX all the way up to 170. We did hit 172 there. Not the worst place to start taking profits. BJDX. Not huge profits, especially considering my entry, but it's looking okay. Looks like we may stop out on the remainder of AUVI. It's definitely a strong possibility at this point. Gen is looking okay. I'm a little worried about it. I don't know if it's going to go back up, but I do want to try another trade on it. The range is pretty slim, so that's my main problem here. Even getting a 445, hitting 460 isn't like anything major, and I feel like we're risking a stop out for very little profit here. So I think, I don't know, we've seen a couple good spikes on it though. I think we'll wait. BJDX back down. Whoops. AUVI looking okay. It's the problem with having a screen on top of your screen is you can hit your taskbar above everything instead of just below. Yeah, AUVI is looking okay here. BJDX sitting low. Gen at 450. APVO hitting its little bit of a climb here. Nothing new popping up. Oh, we got AVO we can take a look at. Yeah, no, nothing there either. AUVI stopped out. It depends if you're in. It depends where you got your entry and what you had for a stop loss. But yeah, it's likely it stopped out. Yeah, it did hit a new high there, 329. No. I still got a runner in it. Nothing major though. Jan is looking good. Looks like maybe we should have taken that play because it did actually hit that 460 really, really quickly. Which, you know, still isn't like fantastic, but it was quick. So that's the other side of that. Tesla. Yeah, it's up pretty good today from 727 to a high of 750. Not looking too bad. Nice jumps. BJDX still ranging. We saw a nice drop. We hit 330 on AUVI. Looks like it's coming back down. RPDX took a tumble. Yeah, no kidding. Past that 200 EMA. That's a red zone for me. I'll just leave it be. I'd like to take another entry on AUVI. My problem is we're so high up, and this is so due for a good pullback that I think it's getting to that point where it's just not really going to be worth it. BJDX also kind of, we still have a runner in this, but I want to see that break out and take the runner up to at least 180 before I take it out. Jan making small moves back and forth, nothing fantastic. QT, its range is just not great either. Same with APVO. Looks like we're on a pretty big downtrend on ES. Hitting at that just over the 4100 line. Looks like it'll probably take another tumble from here. Am I still in BJDX? My runner is, yeah. Jan on its way back down. Okay, let's take a look. I'm gonna close down the recording here. So we're up 58% for the day, so not as good as yesterday so far. But actually, we haven't taken any stop outs. I didn't actually realize that. Is that right? Oh yeah, I guess we cut that Jan trade for like really tiny profit instead of a loss, and that was really it. So far, so good. As far as the money board goes, we actually made more yesterday, but we're doing pretty good. We're up to 2,500 or just under 2,500. I bet we'll close at 2,500 today. So that's pretty good from 500 bucks in how many trading days? Like 6. So that's not bad. Average win rate is probably pretty good. 72% right now. So that's pretty good. So yeah, we're holding up. Standards are about right, so might need to start trading afternoons this month. I don't know, man.